If you're having issues with freezing, stuttering, or lag in Modern Warfare 2, be it Warzone, DMZ, or the standard multiplayer, this is a really quick, no-nonsense guide on how to get that problem fixed. There's a lot of videos out there that are over 10 minutes long and full of completely useless fluff, and we're not about that on this channel. This video will act as a blanket response to the majority of problems and issues, but if for whatever reason after you've gone through all of these steps you're still having a problem, let me know in the comments and I'll try and address your specific issue one-to-one. While each of the following steps may not individually fix your issue, collectively all these steps will help improve your stability and frame rates, so all of them are worth going through either way. Starting with the simplest to fix, you want to make sure that everything is up to date. Firstly will be graphics drivers, so GeForce Experience for Nvidia card users and AMD Adrenalin for AMD card users. If you know for a fact that your card is crashing during gameplay, then I'd recommend running DDU. It will allow you to completely remove all your previous drivers, so when you install your new one, it'll just help in the long run. In my experience, it's helped with a lot of issues with a lot of people. Something else you want to make sure is updated is Windows. Hit Start, Windows Update, and check for updates. There's no point you expecting your graphics drivers to run and function properly if you've been delaying installing and updating Windows for a long time. They both need to be up to date. Settings. Now I'm not going to go through every settings here, as there's a good number of these that make little to no difference in the long run. But if your PC meets all the recommended spec requirements for the game, but you're still having trouble, these are the kind of things that you want to be looking at as they have the most impact on performance. Make sure that your game is set to full screen, and I know this is obvious, but is also the correct resolution for your monitor. On-demand text streaming should be turned off. Terrain memory, you might want to turn this down. Similarly, withdraw distance, water caustics, and volumetric lighting. And while you're in here, make sure you turn motion blur off. You're not a savage. Something else you can do is turn down your FOV if you've turned it up too high. If it's really high, your computer's going to have to render more of the game environment, and that puts more stress on your card and your components. So if you're struggling, maybe turn that down a little as well. Now that we've gone through all the in-game settings, there's actually a config file that we can tune outside of the game as well. You'll find it in your Documents folder. You want to go to Documents, Call of Duty, Players, and then you'll find a file called option.3.cod22. If you right click on that and open it up in Notepad, scroll all the way to the bottom, and the second to last option at the bottom is called thread count for handling the job queue. The number in the speech marks you want to make sure matches the number of threads your CPU has to ensure that the game is best utilizing the performance that your components can offer. If you're not sure how many threads your CPU has, just go to Task Manager, the Performance tab at the top, and under CPU, you'll find your cores and threads at the bottom here. Enter that in between the speech marks, hit save, and then give your PC a restart, and you should have a great improvement to stability and frame rates in the game. If this has fixed your problems, I'd love if you let me know in the comments. Likewise, if you're still having trouble, let me know in the comments as well, and I'll address that 1v1. Just let me know the details of what your specific problem is, and I'm sure we can figure it out. Anyway, thank you for watching, and if you'd like to see more content like this, just drop me a like and maybe consider subscribing, as all of that helps the channel grow. Peace out.